The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're so honored to have back on the show an incredible award-winning country music trio. You know them, you love them, Chapel Hart. I've got Devynn, Danica, and Trea, all three back on the show.
Hello!
I'll tell you what.
Did you miss us?
Of course I missed you. Whenever the three of you come in studio, I feel like it's family week again. It's like
It's family reunion week.
it's like I've gone back down to Mississippi again. It's like, okay, I'm here. You know, and then I like stop at your stoplight and go, look, the Chapel Hart Stop Light.
Chapel Hart Stop Light.
Well, we got to talk about this incredible new album. Just came out October 25th, and it is Hartfelt Family Christmas. Not only is it great songs, you know, with some of my favorites, but also 4 originals.
Yeah!
And I hear a few special guests that we're going to have to talk about also.
Okay, look,
Where do we
she's
start?
already
Where do we
ready, not
start?
yet.
I'm so excited because I think the whole time that we were getting ready to start promoting the album, we wanted to tell everybody all the details,
Right.
and we couldn't. And now that it's out, it's like, finally.
It's like
we can really talk about
like
what's going on.
trying to keep a secret, and well, for me, that's
And that is hard. That is.
I'm not a secret keeper. And I love that. I love kind of what Deb was saying, because as we were preparing, if we go a little bit back before that, what we wanted from the Hartfelt Family Christmas album from right off the jump was that we wanted it to feel like the Hart family Christmas. We wanted it to, and truly, if you come to our family Christmases, it's like an event.
All kinds of
It's like
That look.
it's
It's an experience.
You'll see family, you'll see friends, you might see famous folks.
You might see the
Right.
mailman. You never know who's gonna show up, and I think that's the best part of a family Christmas.
Exactly. And so now we were like, if it's got to be a Heartfelt Family Christmas, we've got to have some features. And so it was now the first thought was, who do we put on this album?
Well, and also I got to bring this up too, to where, you know, and I was mentioning that you know, having the three of you back in studio, it's like, well, Chapel Hart, it's like going, people reaching out to you to be on the album.
That was the part that absolutely blew my mind, because first of all, like I feel like we were reaching for the stars. We were like, maybe this person, and imagine being at an event and then somebody walks up and says, I hear you're doing a Christmas album, so am I gonna be on it?
Like, tell me you got room for one more. So it was like, as we were we were sweating with the phone in our hand, pressing speakerphone, being like, will you please be on our Christmas album? And imagine
And they'd be like,
everybody,
oh my God, yeah.
yes. And we were like, really? They were like, yes. So, I mean, I think that our very first can we go ahead and are we jumping in?
Yeah.
Because wait, because this album has more features than a new F-150.
Okay,
and it's a
and
lot.
like the new one, because nowadays you can about press a button, get a passenger if you need it. It's so fancy, like you can't even hardly drive them. So first and foremost, I said you cannot, if you've got to ask for any feature on a Christmas album, I think first and foremost, as a singer, you got to go with somebody with a great voice.
Golden voice.
So the
We already have
first
3.
Butter voice. Much butterier voice
with a
than
real
ours.
golden voice. And so we were like, if we're thinking great voice, the first phone call we had to put in was for Vince Gill. And can you believe, we were so nervous, and we were just like, we just knew he was going to be like, sorry. And I don't really know why we thought that, but we were so nervous. And Vince was like, absolutely. And we were like, what?
And then he sent it like the very next week. And I'm like,
He was excited about it. And I always love it when you find artists who are excited to be a part of your project.
Right.
And who are like, man, I see what y'all are doing and I'd love to be a part of it. And so when we asked Vince and Vince said yes, we were like, oh. And I love it because originally we were kind of like finished with the album. And one night I had a dream, and I had a dream that we sang Silver Bells with Vince. And I was like, do you think he'd do that? And I was like, it was so beautiful when I heard it in my dream. And so I was like, Vince, would you? And he was like, yeah. And when we got it back, we got that first cut back, we were all like, whoa.
Oh my goodness. It's like you manifested it.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Literally be a dream.
Listen, it is the manifestation season because there's another feature.
Oh.
That me, myself, and I have been manifesting since I was like
6 years old.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Since she was a little redneck woman at 6.
Yes. And we have the title track for the album. We were like, first of all, I'm singing lead on it, which is
Yeah, right.
Hello.
This is new.
This is new.
Right.
But we were like, we need a feature on this album. We need a feature on this album. We were going through people, and I was like, do y'all think Gretchen Wilson will be on this album and sing with me? And so we were like, let's just.
And it took us a minute to like. It took us a minute to get to her, and then we were just like, we were nervous.
And then we had to work up the nerve to even ask
what she would say, and
she said yes.
She was like,
yes. She said yes. I'm like, so wait.
Only.
So I'm gonna be singing on a song with Gretchen. I mean, I know they're on the song too,
Now,
but
wait a
they're
minute.
really
yeah. We really just let Dev have this one. We're just
we gotta rewind a little bit.
Tree and I loaned our vocals to this song
Yeah,
for
very
Dev and
kind of you.
Gretchen.
They were singing back up for
Dev
me.
is usually cool as a
the Shirelles.
cucumber, not very easily phased. It's, won't get starstruck. But the very first time, like we had a Zoom with Gretchen a few years ago. You remember the Don't Litter commercial and the single tear rolled down
totally.
the eye?
Totally.
The entire time, Dev didn't say a word. She just stared at Gretchen. She did like a tear fall.
we were on the Zoom for like 30 minutes. So like the first 15 minutes, she was just like, and then the second 15 minutes, she just cried. And Gretchen was like, well, maybe next time we talk, I'll get to hear your voice. So,
priceless.
and we've become, she started talking, can you believe it? And
So
and we've
glad.
become friends with Gretchen. And so for her to say yes meant everything to us. And
and another feature that we have.
Another?
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
So we have this song, and it's actually another one of our original songs. And I feel like I'm maybe because we grew up on the coast of Mississippi, I'm a water bug. Like I like the warm climate. I like when Christmas hits, I can put on some shorts and maybe go to the beach.
That's why you're touring north in December. In New York and Minneapolis. No, go ahead, Tree. I'm sorry.
But would you believe that Darius Rucker? I reached out and he's like, well, I was wondering when you were gonna ask me.
I love it because honestly, via
I'm
text,
sure we get on his nerves.
Via text, Tree and Darius Rucker fight like brothers and sisters, okay? And I'm like, so in a way, I felt like, I don't know if Darius really could have said no, because between I think sometimes he gets scared of Tree a little bit.
because I'm gonna
He
say
knows
yes.
Tree will be like, bam, bam, bam. And so I was like, they fight like old women and men. And so when he said yes, I just knew it was going to be incredible. And he was one of the ones that we wanted absolutely to just, to be a part of it. Because Darius really is family. I said, we're like the three sisters he did not ask for. But he got them.
But I kind of also feel like it's like almost like a full circle moment because he was like one of the first people to reach out, like pre-AGT, pre all of that, before anybody knew who we were. Like he sent us a message and he was like, I would like you to be on one of my songs. We were like,
I remember
what?
that.
Yeah, and he was like, I think I hear y'all on
Dang
this
it, we
song.
missed the perfect opportunity to slide in his DMs.
Yes, that's how we should have asked.
That close.
You gotta do
Yeah.
another song then, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. How incredible, though. I mean, how this whole album, because you ladies have been doing like Christmas, in July and everything. And it's like going the never-ending Christmas,
Right?
which I know you don't mind.
That's going to be our second Christmas album title. The Never Ending Christmas.
Never-ending
And we're going to
Christmas.
tour all year on it,
Yeah,
okay?
but now it's like going international. And I've got to bring up too, and it's like, and I didn't, I'm sure so many people saw this. First of all, on America's Got Talent, obviously, huge splash, so well known because of it. Then they bring you back in January
Yes! We literally...
by viewer demand.
We got home and we were like, we like put all of our bags down and like barely sat down, the phone rang and they were like, Chapel Hart? Yes. And they were like, we have to tell you that, like, first of all, congratulations. And then second of all, we have to tell you that the fans have voted and they would like to see you back at Fantasy League. And we were like, Okay, let us catch our breaths. The answer is yes, of course. But let us catch our breath and we'll call you back.
That goes to show you, and we always say it, but we have the congregation, it's the best fan base in the world.
Shout out to the congregation of the MHC.
Well, and also I got to bring this up too. You know, a lot of bands and artists, you know, have a special tour bus. They have a jet. They have all these cool modes of transportation. And you ladies have Jolene. And so, and there is a tracking. There is, you know, it's like Santa's sleigh.
There you go.
You know, to where, you know, people track Jolene.
Have you seen Jolene, the Facebook page?
She has her own Facebook page. Have you seen Jolene? And if you see her out on the interstate or at a show or at a whatever,
Walmart.
you can
There's
take a
lots of
picture and you
Walmart
post it.
pictures.
Oh my gosh, there are so many. Have you seen Jolene in Walmart parking lots? Like we're like in the front VIP because I'm like, I need to just run in for a second.
They'll never know.
And,
Yeah, it's them.
But Jolene is our girl, and she gets us to and fro in the world.
Yeah,
and
your own
she
personal
is,
RV,
Yeah.
Chapel Hart.
She is. I feel like she's way more famous than we'll ever be.
Oh,
Okay?
we went to a Wawa, and the guy saw the bus pull up, and I'm standing there. I don't think he saw any of us get off the bus, so he just saw the bus.
Right.
And he was like, because her name is on the back, and so he said, Jolene? He said, like Angelina Jolie? I'm like, that is not her name.
Almost, but not quite.
Not
So
exactly.
close, but yet so far away.
Yeah.
And so whether it's Jolene or Angelina Jolie, it is. She has a personality all on her own.
We
Yeah,
go
it's like the fourth member. It's like with the Beatles.
Yes.
With the fifth Beatle. That's like the fourth member of
That's
Chapel
the board
Hart.
member, yeah.
Well, I've got to bring this up too, to where, you know, not only touring internationally, and you ladies are becoming so well known throughout the world, not only in the U.S., but you're playing for our troops in November in Japan.
And Japan.
And since we started out, that has definitely been like something. It like really hits close to home because we come from a military family, like our parents, siblings, and we want to give back any way that we can. And what better way than bringing a little taste of home to our troops in Japan? Of
Right
all
here at
places.
the holiday time too. It's like they
Yes.
need that love, so we're gonna bring a little bit of this Mississippi love and right on over to Japan.
And with a brand new album
Yes.
to share with them
So like.
in the holiday spirit.
I tell you what, like not many people get to tour their album internationally, their Christmas album.
Oh my gosh.
Internationally, I feel like it's almost unheard of, but you know, maybe it is heard of, but I don't get out much. So
We don't
coming
let
from
her
me
out
means
much.
absolutely
Exactly.
nothing.
Stay in Jolene.
But, right. But that means, so it's just like, I mean, we can't help but to feel so blessed and so honored. We get a chance to honor our troops. We get a chance to play our new Christmas album, and we get to do it in Japan. You know?
And you get a chance
we're gonna
to
be
try
there for
all
like
the sushi.
2 weeks.
Oh, I'm so excited about the sushi.
I'm excited
Yeah,
about
me
the
too.
food.
Right?
I'm ready for some ramen.
I feel like at this point, we're actually food critics, and singing is just a cover.
Yes.
Yes, but that works.
Yes.
Well, and also it works, you know, how many times I've seen you ladies on the Opry. I remember the debut, but it's like going, it's like Chapel Hart is like a mainstay on the Opry stage.
A year
now.
ago today, we had our 10th Opry performance, and we've probably played it 10 more times since then.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Is that
Because we just had our 2-year Opry debut anniversary.
Yep.
Opryversary.
And then, but last year, it was like a couple days after that we had our 10th performance there. And they gave us our little
incredible?
cup.
Yes,
I saw that.
We've
I
got
saw
our
that.
10th performance Opry cups that I literally, and I'm a Tumblr lover.
She actually got put. She
If
got
you
put on a
ever
Tumblr
decide
ban.
you need to give me a gift, a Tumblr is the way to go. Shout out to people who want to get me gifts. But a shameless plug. But I can't even drink out of it because I'm just like my hands start shaking,
Right.
and it was. But to somebody asked us today that we had a UK interview a little bit earlier this morning, and I feel like they were like fishing for us to say that one of those UK venues were our favorite.
Oh my
and
God.
he was like, okay, so now that you've been to the US and you've been to the UK and you played to this and there, so what's your favorite venue? We were like, the Grand Ole Opry. I don't know where you're going with that, but I'm going to tell you my answer every time is the Grand Ole Opry.
But I mean, you can't be that. I mean, in country music, and also I wanted to bring this up because obviously there's been some disinformation over the past year or so, and it
Yeah.
seems like it keeps coming back as we discussed it. But For the record, Chapel Hart is not leaving country music.
No.
I love it because I read we saw this when I was like, I was like, where do these keep coming from? And somebody under said, well, for them to be leaving, they sure keep playing a lot of shows.
I think the day the article came out again, we had just released like a bunch of dates for like the Christmas thing. And we're like, nope, we are very much still very active.
And
So
I think that there was a big confusion. We did a Facebook Live in November, and we were just like, listen, we've got to pull out of the music industry aspect, which is having to going on tour with the big tour buses and the big crews and the this and the that, all the things that like we can't afford that as independent artists. So we were like, we're gonna do music the way that we can do music, and we'll still play shows and we'll put out albums and we're gonna be there for our fans. But also it was like a reality check for us. We got into this to bring the music to people who couldn't come and get it. People in the nursing homes, people who are, our vets,
like going to schools and like going to kids.
And then also, I think what's great about Chapel Hart is showing an audience. It's like going, anyone, whatever, it doesn't matter, male, female, what's your color, ethnicity, whatever. If you dream, just like you ladies have, of being in the music industry and making it, you can do it. Chase your dreams.
If 3 knuckleheads from South Mississippi can do it,
I don't know about
what
3.
was that, Bob? He said 2.
Honestly, I think Bob was talking to me because
You heard it too? Okay, 1 knucklehead. How about we split the difference?
Okay.
1 knucklehead.
One knucklehead.
Oh my gosh. Well, I want to bring up, because you'd be a knucklehead if you didn't get the album, which is also going to be available on vinyl.
We are real bougie.
Isn't it cool that vinyl has just like
I'm
taken
so
over
happy.
the world?
Yeah, especially with that great photography on the album, so you can actually enjoy it.
One of these days, I would really love to do like a Chapel Hart like limited edition cassette. Like it comes with a Walkman and a cassette with all of the songs in it. Because vinyls came back, it only took about 40 years, so maybe like 20,
and
30.
they have the like little portable. I mean, not portable, but you know what I mean. They're like cutesy and like more modern style, I guess.
Yep. I think it's a brilliant idea, but I want to make sure for our viewers to see you guys on tour, which obviously international tour now. The brand new album is out, which is Hartfelt Family Christmas with Chapel Hart. Website wise, with everything, with the new merch coming out, stockings. Where do all the viewers need to go for everything Chapel Hart?
I think for everything Chapel Hart, stay tuned in to chapelhart.com, Chapel Hart Band on all social media. And for anything that there's any updates, if there's any new shows that are popping up, because they are popping up all the time, make sure that you stay plugged in. And I always tell people, make sure you tell your mom and them. Like, you may not live in Florida, but your mom and them might live in Florida. And if we're going to Florida, be kind and tell them to go check us out.
Or be even kinder and buy the tickets for
There you go. Our tickets make great stocking stuffers.
Perfect.
It'll make
for
you
the
the
holidays.
best kid of the holidays.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of
Favorite of the
tickets,
family.
during our Christmas tour, you can even go to our site and you can nominate. We're going to give away 4 free tickets for every single city. So if you know someone off in Florida, you can nominate them and maybe they can get a free ticket to the show as well.
There you go.
It's incredible. Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to love the album as much as I do. They've got guest stars on here. It's incredible music, 4 originals on this brand new album, Hartfelt Family Christmas, Chapel Hart. It's an honor to have all 3 of you ladies on the show as always. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Check them out live.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.